Tonight, there is a new test kit allowing anyone to see if COVID-19 is living on surfaces in your workspaces, homes, or schools.
Fox 17's Angeline McCall joining us in the newsroom with what the swabs in West Michigan have turned up. Angeline?
Yeah, Janice Derrick, scientists believe the virus can live on hard surfaces for roughly 3 days. And we wanted to see if there were any traces on areas you might visit or touch on a regular basis.
Around West Michigan, we set out to learn where the coronavirus could be living. Swabbing in places you might interact with daily: ATMs, public bathrooms, credit card machines, grocery carts, and even a daycare.
We tried to find places where people touch a lot of things, like on a swing. You know, they normally put their hands right here.
This kit from California-based Philogen lets anyone test for SARS-CoV-2, the virus that causes COVID-19.
The process is easy enough. One swab, you put it in a green vial with the solution that they provide, then onto a surface for 15 seconds, and then finally you put it in its final vial so that can be stored.
Which means it's ready to be tested. 48 hours later, our results hitting 2 positives: this door handle at a gas station and an elevator in a parking garage. Our sister station in Detroit followed these same steps, finding 1 positive test result on this grocery cart handle.
Are you surprised by that, or do you find that kind of in line with what we're seeing in terms of cases in West Michigan?
A lot of times the virus is not hard to find. I think the biggest thing that surprises me about that is that you didn't find it more.
Infectious disease expert Dr. Jameson of Mercy Health says you could contract the virus if you touch your nose, eyes, or mouth after touching that infected surface.
Anything high touch is really the key. So the more often it gets contacted by people.
Scientists, though, are still learning how easily it's contracted with surfaces, saying the virus's concentration might not be enough to infect you.
And the infectious dose through a contact and introducing it into your nose or your eyes needs to be a lot higher than it does for that it gets into your lungs. And so we know that from other viruses, and we know that from SARS-CoV-2 as well.
Philogen CEO says the test kit could be a great preventative measure in places like offices and schools, something a temperature check might not indicate.
I think surface sampling is going to become the new normal because it provides a way of being able to see the invisible. Right now, you can't see when someone's entered a room or touched a surface and has shed the virus.
The data is meant to be an insight into our environment and help us understand the things we can't see.
What it should be is a marker of kind of just a reinforcement that it's out there in the community, that we know that there's plenty of virus in the community still, and that if we let our guard down, we're going to have an uptick in cases.
Now, the results do take into account human error and other variables such as climate control. This kit is available for anyone to use, but comes at a hefty cost. For just 10 samples, you're looking at $400. In the newsroom, Angeline McCall, Fox 17 News.